if a process definition company goes into a client and does a baseline appraisal according to SCAN-PC and an action planning workshop afterwards, and this client company tries to improve the processes according to the action planning which was developed by this process definition company, will there be any kind of conflict or unnecessary rework in the future when a lead appraiser comes in and starts the official part of the work?
Oh, okay. The potential's there is the best way to say that. It would all depend on the experience, knowledge, and credentials, I guess you'd say, of the company that's providing the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that?
Yeah, that answers. We're always talking about CMMI, but a company doesn't have any goal of CMMI, but they want to develop their test management processes or their requirements management processes. How would you be able to help them? Okay. How would you be able to serve them? And let's assume that this company has some way of doing requirements management. Okay. They're not at level 0, and they have some way of doing test management, maybe using Word or Excel and some kind of, check pass kind of documents.
Sure. It's kind of interesting you bring that up because we haven't talked about this topic. It could be a topic for a future set of videos or a thread in the column or something. I don't know.
Well, actually, this would be probably an extension of the series.
Yeah. Because CMMI has two different representations. We haven't talked about the two representations. All of our discussions have been about the staged representation, which is maturity levels.
Yeah.
Level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5.
Yeah.
Maturity. The model also supports another representation called continuous.
Yeah.
And that's where each process area pretty much stands alone. And interestingly enough, you pick testing and requirements?
Yeah.
Okay. Those two process areas are in CMMI.
Yeah.
So a company could adopt doing improvement in just those two areas without having to do CMMI. But if I was chosen to come in and help them do that,
how would the project schedule be then?
Well, I'd actually tie it to a CMMI type of engagement without using CMMI as the discussion point.
Then, of course, you again actually do a baseline appraisal, but just for the process area of requirements management, or just for the process area of test management.
Exactly.
Okay. What would the time length be for this?
Let's see. For say if we were doing just requirements and just for testing.
Yeah.
Or just one or both.
Both.
Let's see.
Both
for each one, for requirements management, you bring in there's a couple of other variables that we would need to address as well, and that is the size of the organization, how many projects, and things of that nature. And diversity, if they're doing many different types of projects, like web-based projects versus client-server, what their customers are, things of that nature. So I'm going to give it a ballpark, but this could be plus or minus depending on their size, customers, platforms, things like that. I'd say within 2 days, 2 to 3 days, you could baseline what their fundamental process is, and again gives a similar map to like what we were talking about in CMMI to show what they're doing well, what needs to be improved, and then follow it up again with the same type action planning. And the action planning there could be about process, and also in the workshops that we do, we could talk about what particular technology could help them in that arena as well. Okay. Yeah. Same will be true for, say, testing.
Yeah.
Because testing, we would go in and first understand what's the scope. Is this software, hardware, systems? Are you talking about unit testing, systems testing, integration testing? There's many different forms of testing.
So you would be involved in both software, hardware, systems testing?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And same logic.
About the same logic.
Baseline in 2 or 3 days, and okay. After you baseline in 2-3 days, you come up with an action plan for that specific area, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you could first again, we could it could be put into different sequences, depending on the need. So if the need first is to understand just where they are, then we would do like a baseline appraisal, a sub-appraisal, or like a sub-class C, if you will, of just their testing process, followed up with some action planning about what they need to do. Then if it's determined that they would like to learn more, then the workshop could be leveraged, to follow on from there. But then out of that, they would hopefully be armed with what they're doing well, what needs to be improved, how to go forward, and the fundamental understanding of what is a good testing process, what are good techniques and methods that are used in our industry in those various types of testing activities.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.